Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, you guys, what's up, what's up, what's up? Happy Thursday to you all. And welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. It is so good to be here with you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome all my new listeners and followers. And welcome to all of my returning friends. Y'all like family now, but welcome anyways. First and foremost, I have to always give thanks to God, who's the head of my life and make everything possible, right? The impossible become possible. Today is going to be a great day. I got some good things to share with you guys, per usual. But first and foremost, of course, like I've already said, I definitely like to give thanks. I always like to express gratitude to God for all that He's doing for me and just everything that He has allowed to happen in my life to make me the woman that I am today. So I stand before you thankful and grateful for everything that is going on with me. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and jump into this overview of the actual the breakfast show with Marisha LaShay. What is it all about? When did this start? Everything. So first and foremost, my father and I used to get up at 3 a.m. and have these productive meetings or whatever for becoming better individuals and having a better plan for our life and just having an idea of where we want to take our life and our different goals and aspirations. So when that began or whatever, I started asking him questions, and these questions were very thought provoking, right? So I wanted to be able to target an audience worldwide with thought provoking questions and being able to create just a platform for people to be themselves and just be able to express themselves. So with that being said, that is when the breakfast show was created. However, I only appear in months that have 30 days, which is very unique because when you think about it, there are only 4 months that have 30 days out of the entire year, which is November, April, June, and September. And those are the months in which I air. So, with that being said, today is day 17 of the breakfast show, Marisha LaShay. I always like to do a countdown until this month ends, which means that the season will end as well. But I have been continuing my season, so season 5 will continue. And speaking of season 5, I am celebrating because it is season 5. I'm also celebrating because it is my second year anniversary in being in the podcast business. And I thank you guys so much because it would not be possible without you guys tuning in, liking, sharing, comment, hitting me up on different platforms. I appreciate the love. I have some things to share with you guys, 2 goals that I have to share with you guys later on in the show. So with that being said, I would like to segue into our mental check-ins. And when we do a mental check-in, we are checking in with ourselves based on how we are starting our day. And that is measured on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being the worst day of your life and 10 being the best day of your life. So, today I am on 10 because I have some plans later at work that I'm gonna, probably go live on and talk about a little bit. But yeah, today is special as well. For a particular reason, which I'll share in a little bit, but I'm on 10. I love to just be able to see my colleagues, to smile on my colleagues' face, because this week we have been testing with our students and it's just been marvelous just how strong our team has been as we welcome new people and just, man, it's just been amazing. So with that being said, feel free to like, comment, share, drop how you feel based on the scale. Can you be below or above the scale? You definitely can. So with that being said, let me go ahead and hop right on in. Greetings to the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. My tribute to you. Greetings to the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. My tribute to you. Alright, you guys. So today I want to pay tribute to the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And I want to pay tribute to them because those are my Divine Nine brothers. I have met some amazing, amazing men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And they need to be celebrated, just like I would want somebody to celebrate me on my Founders Day. Just like I did for the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated on November 12th. Today is the day for Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. So with that being said, you guys, I want to go ahead and share a little history about them. The history of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. It was founded on a historically black college, and more specifically at Howard University, on the evening of November 17th, 1911. Omega Psi Phi was founded inside the Science Building, later renamed Therick Hall at Howard University, located in Washington, D.C. The founders were three undergraduates: Edgar Amos Love, Oscar James Cooper, and Frank Coleman. Joining them was their faculty advisor, Ernest Everett Jest. From the initials of the Greek phrase meaning friendship is essential to the soul, the name Omega Psi Phi was derived. The phrase was selected as the motto. Manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift were adopted as the cardinal principles. On November 23, 1911, Edgar A. Love became the first president, national president, that is, and Oscar J. Cooper and Frank Coleman were selected to be the Keeper of Records, which will be the National Secretary, and the Grand Keeper of Seals, which is the National Treasurer. There were 11 undergraduate men that were selected to become charter members. However, the first chapter that was founded at Howard University was the Alpha chapter, and it was organized by 14 charter members on December 15th, 1911. All right, Mr. Love, Mr. Cooper, and Mr. Coleman were elected as the chapter's first presidents, the Keeper of Records, and the Keeper of Seals. However, Mr. Cooper became the fraternity's second president in 1912 and was authorized the investigation of establishing a second chapter on the campus of Lincoln University, located in Pennsylvania. All right. So it took 4 men to create such an organization, right? It is their Founders Day. They were founded in 1911. They also shared the same founding year as another fraternity as well, which you guys will learn more about when their Founders Day come up. But I wanted to take a time to actually read up on their history and what they do. You know, they are about serving in their community. They are about giving back, which all organizations are, but today is about them. It is about them being celebrated. It is about us giving an overview of their founders. Dr. Jess, who was born in Charleston, South Carolina. He graduated from the Industrial School of State College, Orangeburg, South Carolina. He also had a bachelor's arts degree from Dartmouth College, and he joined Phi Beta Kappa, which is an honor society. He was also awarded the Spingarn Medal by the NAACP in 1915. He also received his doctorate of philosophy degree from the University of Chicago. Excuse me. He also became the 19th honoree in the U.S. Postal Service's Black Heritage STEM Series on February 1st, 1996. The second founder, Professor Coleman, known as Frank Coleman, he was born in Washington, D.C. He graduated from M Street High School in Washington, D.C. He ended up getting a Bachelor's of Science degree from Howard University in 1913. He also has a Master's of Science degree from the University of Chicago. And he has advanced training from the University of Pennsylvania. He was the professor and head of the physics department at Howard University, and he was a U.S. Army officer, World War I. And Dr. Cooper, also known as Oscar J. Cooper, was born in Washington, D.C. He graduated from M Street High School as well. In Washington, D.C., he obtained a Bachelor's of Science degree from Howard University, and 1913, a Doctor of Medicine degree as well from Howard University, 1917. And he practiced medicine in Philadelphia for 50 years. And last but not least, Mr. Love. Edgar Love was born in Harrisonburg, Virginia, graduated from the Academy of Morgan College. Got a Bachelor's of Arts degree from Howard University in 1913. He also has a Bachelor of Divinity degree from Howard University, a Bachelor of Scared Theology degree, Boston University in 1918, a Doctor of Divinity degree, honorary Morgan College, 1935, U.S. Army Chaplain, World War I, Bishop in Methodist Church. So that man was involved in the church, okay? He was going to get his movement on with being able to make an impact. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy my history, but I definitely got to give some shout out to the men of Omega Psi Phi who have impacted my life and who have been awesome men to me, right? Shout out to my Uncle Skate first and foremost, because wow, that man is engineer, black man, doing his thing. Shout out to my Uncle Skate. Yes, give it up. Also, shout out to one of my previous employers, one of my boss. He was amazing man at Omega Psi Phi. Very involved in his community, very involved in making sure that his school have those community ties with his organization, but also taking care of the kids and putting the children first. That is, you know who you are, LL, what's up, stand up for a real Omega man. Definitely graduate of Morehouse College. He was about that life, okay? Definitely about that life of making a difference in the community and bringing just that level of education, you know, very intelligent individual and very logical and straightforward. Shout out to you. Also, shout out to my current dean and my current job, you know, Mr. Bailey. Shout out to you. Definitely took me under his wing. I look at him as like my big brother. Funny thing is, we just only met like 2 months ago, but he has been a blessing in my life. And I have one more shout out for you guys. Also, the art teacher at my new job as well. He's an Omega. Shout out to him as well, because he has also been been that big brother to me that I needed, especially with being in a new environment. And these men have definitely provided that friendship. They have definitely provided that leadership. They have definitely brought that Greek unity and taken it to another level. And for them, shout out to y'all. I love y'all for that. And I just want y'all to have a happy, happy, happy Founders Day, because without the Divine Nine, you know, we wouldn't be able to network and be together and actually be able to make those connections. You know, we are all a part of different organizations, but when we connect in the real world together, we are under one organization as far as the Pan-Hellenic Council. So those are like my brothers, you know, aside from the Sigmas, you know, those are my brothers, you know. But these are my other brothers, and I just want you guys to feel appreciated and celebrated. Talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in to The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I just want to go ahead and remind you guys about those 2 things that I wanted to touch on. And those 2 things are being able to actually expand my listening base. Please feel free to click that link below to join my Anchor and to catch me on other platforms with these episodes and things. uploaded. Please like, share, comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also for my international friends, if you haven't already, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. We want to keep this movement going global from country to country. I'm currently in 7 countries. I would like to continue to keep expanding. Please tune in. Please share the good word. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I thank you guys so much. You guys have a fantastic Thursday. Thank you.